The museum has to be the best robbery in the game. It opens the fastest and yields the most cash out of any. It gives you 7,000 every 4 minutes. That's definitely the reason why people have 1 billion today. But for HYPERCHROMEs, it's seen as one of the worst robberies. The fastest open robbery almost seems like a chore. It has one of the lowest chances to obtain a HYPERCHROME, and the pain of waiting for a second person to open the robbery. Museum is one of the last HYPERCHROMes people want to grind for, but it doesn't have to be this way. There's many glitches to turn this robbery right side up, to the way you exit the museum and having to turn it into the criminal base. This is how to completely break the museum and for its HYPERCHROME. The chances for each HYPERCHROME are vastly different, the level 1 being 1%, 2 being 0.5%, 3 0.25%, and 4 0.1%. And a level 5 is 0.05%. In simpler terms, this is how many robberies are needed. Now that we know the odds, how do we get there? With no interference, I only rob museum after cargo plane. It's in a perfect spot for it. And make sure not to rob power plane. I'll go over it later. But any robbery can lead you to museum. The reason why I rob it after cargo plane is because of this. There's a very fast path in with it with the cells here. No other vehicle can possibly do this. Just make sure you have other people with you though. The museum HYPERCHROME is all about communication, and how you find people will dictate how many robberies you can get. You can get friends or ask for randoms in chat, so I highly recommend always grind with somebody. Now how do we actually rob it? Well, first of all, don't do this. I always see people go into the top room, but it's very inefficient. There's much faster ways to get 10 kilograms or even 5 kilograms. And there's 2 ways. The fastest possible way is to grab the cube. This method will activate the security though. Me and my friend were able to grab it at the same time. So that's 3 kilograms, and we're gonna grab the 2 over here. So we have 5 now. And we just have to do the puzzle. And the mummy gives 5 kilograms, so that's 10. And that's 10 kilograms in like 5 seconds. Now the other way is to grab a dino bone. And then grab a painting on the wall. And the last is behind the puzzle. But what if I told you there was an even faster way? That uses Jailbreak's most useless vehicle? Yeah, you heard me. This is what we call the pickup. You're able to drive vehicles into the museum, and the pickup allows you to jump out of it. Just jump out once the truck falls. It allows museum robberies to take under 3 seconds. We save so much time, we don't have to do puzzles, or even wait for people to flick the lever. But it doesn't stop there. If you think about driving to the criminal base, then you're robbing the museum wrong. There's another glitch we can do that we can stack HYPERCHROMes together. Instead of going to the criminal base, go to the power plant next time. And once you're there, just rob it like normal. You have the museum bag on you, so there are some limitations. Before the pipe, I drop my bag and crouch. And then pick up the bag. If you want to drop your bag, then press the backspace on your keyboard. If you can't do that, then just drop your bag outside the power plant. And then drive to the criminal base, but don't turn it in yet. You want to drop the bag, and then turn in the power plant uranium, and then drive around. And then grab the bag and wait a few seconds. and then turned it in. And we just did 2 robberies like that. No need to drive back. And robbing casino after is just textbook. Well, that's all you really need to know to rob the museum. You essentially get 2 hyperchromes from 1 robbery, and you should fully take advantage of that. But I have a few tips you should probably know to fully master the robbery. If you're on the diamond side of the puzzle, then your clicks per second matter on the diamonds, and you can click on the diamonds while grabbing the jewel. If you use a volt bike, you can climb this hill with enough speed to get there faster, and drive around instead of leaving it by the hill. And slam it against the wall. It will land facing outwards most of the time. You have your vehicle right next to you after the pickup glitch. Some vehicles can use this bump to fly to the museum. And always bring C4 if you get stuck in the pickup truck. You can shoot the planets if all the items are taken, or the hypno rim on display. I never get camped, and this is why. I use the spawn car feature to see if anybody's near me. And somebody was trying to camp me. Guess I'll run to the other side. He's predicted me trying to swap, so I'm gonna go to the other side. And this side is safe now. You don't need to complain about people camping. Anyways, that's all the tips I have. I've only covered half the robberies, so make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. It really helps me out. It knows you want to see more of this content. Anyways, that's it, and enjoy the full gameplay of me getting all the hyperchromes.